Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that.
What it is. Big boss hog, boss dog. K-Po through the door. Here to talk to this boxer. Fuck, get in my soliloquy. Remember, tough times don't last. Good people do. Don't knock yourself. Call them in if I lie. Remember, you matter. Peak game 84s on West Wayne. This video gonna be about Keyshawn Davis and Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. Buckle up. Before I get in all that, hope all is well with y'all. You know what I'm saying? For real, I do. Yeah, man. Even the Bud Buddies. I know y'all be trying to talk trash in the comment section, you know. But, you know, and let me just say this here. Please stop coming to my comment section talking reckless if you ain't about what you talking about, right? Had one dude come in there, you know, he come on there, he keep talking, right? I'm not talking about Rick Moon. Rick Moon and chilled out a lot. But I'm talking about this other dude. This other cat coming there, he talking. He comment on every video. Like, bro, you don't understand what you getting yourself into. You know what I mean? I told you, like, I'm not gangster. I'm not tough. I ain't none of that. Just a grown man that don't tolerate disrespect. I gotta reiterate that in every video. So I'm gonna make sure it gets reiterated every video. You gonna see by my actions. I'm not a dude that do a lot of talking. Right? Please understand that. I'm begging you. Understand that. Right? Let's talk boxing. Mill City Boxing interview Bernie the Boxer. Right? And he was talking about Keyshawn Davis' next opponents. He's brought up Edwin De Los Santos. I'm hearing mixed signals about that. I'm hearing that I heard the fight was off due to money. Now I'm hearing that it might be on. But if he don't fight Edwin De Los Santos, they're saying that Keyshawn Davis potentially can fight Murtala, right? But Murtala, I think, is in line to be like an interim IBF champion, which is for Lomachenko's belt, right? So, you know, they brought up other possible names in the division for Keyshawn Davis, right? Then Mill City Boxing brought up, you know, Gervonta Tank Davis and how Gervonta Tank Davis, and you ever notice this how you know Gervonta Tank Davis, that dude, bro. They keep bringing him up. He ain't got nothing to do with these dudes, you know, opponent wise. They bring him up. You know what I mean? Like, all I'm saying is, like, as a content creator, we got to do better with, like, asking better questions, right? It's like I think, like, and I'm not saying that Mill City Boxing forgot. I'm just saying, like, as a content creator, we have to do better. And I'm including myself in too, at finding other topics to talk about. Because it's like, when it comes to Keyshawn and Shakur, Tank, he get brought up. Tank get brought up with dudes at 140, 130. You know what I'm saying? Nail Nui, like, I think Nail Nui like 122. Like, bro, it's crazy. You know? But that's how you know Tank that dude. But to get back on topic, they talked about how Tank said that Keyshawn Davis is fighting better than Shakur. And which Bernie the Boxer said, oh, that's a tactic to deflect. You know? You know, he know that he can't beat Shakur. He knows that if Tank can't knock you out, then he can't do nothing else. If he can't knock you out, he can't do nothing else. He can't fight any other way. If he can't hurt you, you know, that's it. You know? And of course, he was talking about the Lamont Roach fight, how, you know, Tank got exposed basically in the Lamont Roach fight. That's what Bernie the Boxer was kind of insinuating, right? He didn't say it, but he was just like, you saw it in the Lamont Roach fight. He couldn't knock out Lamont Roach, you know? And I'm going to do a separate video talking about this particular incident, so be ready. Well, that statement. So then he started talking about, that's why Tank trying to fight Keyshawn. You know, He said Keyshawn, basically he was saying Keyshawn is inexperienced. Because Mill City Boxing asked him, hey, would you think Keyshawn versus Tank would be a good fight? And he said, Keyshawn is inexperienced in a sense. But he was like, hey, you never know. He said Keyshawn might put them thumpers on him because he said Keyshawn got them thumpers. He said Keyshawn big and he's strong. And he said he put thumpers on people. He said Shakur, in other words, he said Shakur don't got that killer instinct Keyshawn does. He said Keyshawn gonna finish you. Shakur just gonna outbox you, right? Make you look silly, outpoint you, and get his hand raised. Right? That's it. He pretty accurate with that. I could agree with that. But when it come down to Tank, and I keep telling y'all this, the matchup for me is Tank versus Keyshawn, right? And if I'm Tank, I fight Keyshawn now because you have a higher chance of beating that man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I keep telling y'all, that boy Keyshawn is better than Shakur Stevenson. I keep telling y'all. Y'all think I'm lying, right? But I don't feel like Tank is trying to deflect from not fighting Shakur Stevenson. He know what he gonna do to him. Shakur ain't got nothing to keep him off of him. And they talk about this feet work with Shakur. Look, I told y'all I was the biggest advocate for Shakur early on, right? You could go watch my videos a year, 2 years ago when I was talking about Shakur. I had people who are loyal channel members on my channel was like, boss, I fool with you, but I can't get down with what you saying about Shakur. I don't see it, right? We're just keeping it 1,000. I still look at Buddy the same way. It's just that Tank fight, I don't see how he beat Tank. I don't. Y'all talk about this feet work. I'm like, what feet work? He go back in a straight line. He goes back in a straight line. He kind of fights upright. You see what I'm saying? I get if he bending at the waist, he catching on the glove, he slipping. He don't do that. He go back in a straight line. He don't go back at angles. And he ain't got nothing to keep Tank off of him. How you gonna slow down a Matador that's coming at you? You ain't got nothing to slow him down. At least like Lomachenko got angles. And Lomachenko got a little bit of pop. He gonna try. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko gonna throw some stuff at you. Shakur, and once he feel that power, holla pimp, he's not doing that. That's what I'm saying. He's not gonna throw against Tank. I'm telling you what he gonna do. It's gonna be a boring fight. If he beats Tank, it's gonna be boring, right? And I'm not sitting there saying boring like it's like a bad thing. I'm saying it's gonna be boring. Like he gonna not let Tank hit him, and he just gonna hit Tank. It's gonna be the least amount of punches thrown. It's gonna be worse than the Ewa De Los Santos fight. I'm telling you. It's gonna be the least amount of punches thrown, and if Shakur wins on points, it's gonna be like that. Shakur is not finna all this talk about Shakur he gonna carve Tank up. No, he not. The only way Shakur Stevenson wins this fight is if he do what he did in the Ewa De Los Santos fight and make it to where Tank, because Tank don't throw a lot of punches as it is, and he fight like that, where he land like 4 punches around on Tank. Where it's like 4 punches landed by each person. I'm telling you, where he do 4 and then Tank land 1. That's the type of fight it's gonna be. Now Tank and Keyshawn is a more dangerous fight for Tank. The reason why I say that is because Keyshawn is bigger than Tank. Keyshawn is stronger than Tank. So Tank well, we don't know if he's stronger. I'm gonna say that. Keyshawn is bigger, and Keyshawn throw punches. He take risks. He very well can hurt Tank. You know what I'm saying? The difference is Tank, when he fight taller opponents, he performs great. When he fights shorter guys, he don't perform that well. Look at Lamar Roach. Tank's history of fighting shorter fighters, he don't fight well, bro. So this stuff Bernie the Boxer talking about, to me, is foolishness. You know? Like I said, I agree with certain assessments that he said. When he talks about Shakur don't got a killer instinct, Shakur just gonna try to like outbox you and win. Whereas Keyshawn got that killer instinct. He trying to get you out of there. You see what I'm saying? And I disagree with the whole like Tank, if he can't knock you out, that's it. We've seen Tank's box. We've seen Tank brawl. We've seen Tank fight many different styles. That's just what it is. What I believe happened in that fight against Lamont Roach is I believe that he was trying to knock Lamont Roach out. That's what I believe. I think he was going for the gusto. He was going for the knockout. He was trying to get Buddy out of there. He was trying to spark him. That's what he was trying to do. So he was throwing a lot of single shots instead of setting up his shots. You, a fighter like Lamont Roach, you got to put punches together to get him out of there. You can't just throw one shot. Go back and watch the fight. He throwing a lot of singles. He throwing a two. He throwing a jab. He's slipping, going to the body, but it's a lot of singles. He's not putting punches together. He's not peppering them up and then coming with a hard shot or letting a hard shot and then peppering them. He ain't switching up the tempo, the speed, nothing. He ain't do that in that fight. So he got to do that in his second fight, or he might lose. I'm gonna be real with you. Tank got to throw combinations. He got to set things up. Another thing, he got to have one voice, one sound in his corner. So he got to have, whether it's Coach Calvin or Barry Hunter, whoever it is, one voice, one sound in his corner. Me, preferably, I prefer him to get with Coach Calvin because Coach Calvin can reach that man. I think he got a lot of respect for Barry Hunter, but I don't think Barry Hunter can reach him like that. He got respect for Barry Hunter. I don't think Barry Hunter can reach him. I think Coach Calvin can. But whatever's going on in that camp, Tank need to fix that before he go into the second fight. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going down. Something is going on, you know, that they don't want to talk about with the public. You feel me? That's just real talk. So hopefully they get that situated going into the second fight. You know what I mean? So this stuff that Bernie the Boxer talking about when they come down to, oh, you know, Tank is this and Tank it, man, look. And like I say, certain things he said, okay, I can you know, I can see what he talking about. But there's other stuff I'm like, man, I don't know about that, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I don't see that. You know? Now, he did start talking about Bud. And I don't know what it is with him and Bud, but he believe Bud is just like, he ride or die for Bud. And he started talking about, you know, Tank deflecting, you know. He deflecting, you know, talking about he'll fight Keyshawn. Heck, you know, Bud, if it was Bud would have fought both of them. Cap. I got a separate video for that. When I heard him say that, I said, this boy capping. Bud wouldn't have fought neither one of them. We're going to keep it 1,000, bro. Like, this boy tripping, bro. Like, he said that Bud would have fought both of them. Bud would have been like, I could whoop both of y'all. I heard him say that. I said, man, stop playing, bro. If Bud felt that way, his resume wouldn't look how it looked. All the fights that he could have made, that he was linked to, that could have got made, stop playing, bro. I don't got time for that today. I don't feel like making the Bud Buddies cry today. I just don't. I don't want to do that. Because every time they say something, our Bud Buddy say something, I start cooking. And then they get mad. They get mad and then they want to sit there and, oh, why are you talking about Crawford? You wake up thinking about Crawford? And I have to tell them, no, I wake up thinking about your mama. I'm Melvin, man. I don't know if y'all seen the movie Baby Boy. I'm Melvin. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one doing the dips with your mama in the room. You know, I'm the one you come in the kitchen. I'm making breakfast for me and your mama. And I'm drinking the juice out the car. I'm the one that puts you in the headlock. Talking about Jody? Jody? That's me. All I'm saying, man, leave me alone, bro. All I'm saying, man, I don't got time for that stuff, my dude. Y'all boys be tripping. Every time I start talking about Crawford, oh, you mother. motherfucker. Ah! They start writing paragraphs, essays. You know, I'm like, man, you have excellent writing skills. Why don't you write a book? The stuff I'm seeing, I'm like, go ahead and write a book, bro. Like, write a novel. You know what I'm saying? Like, use your skills for something else instead of crying in my comment section. Y'all be writing novels with perfect punctuation, commas, semicolons. I'm like, hey, bro, go write a book. They'll write paragraphs. There be 20 paragraphs in my comment section. You motherfucker. First, this how you know they mad, because they start off with something emotional. You don't know boxing, you motherfucker. All you doing. I'm like, oh, he mad. Oh, he big mad. Oh, okay. All right. He big mad. He ain't a little man. He big mad. All I'm saying at the end of the day, man, is that this is how you know Tank that dude, bro. That's all I gotta say, man. You know? But y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss gone.